this town. My time is now.
Good morning, everybody. Come on in. It is What's Going On Tuesday, and it is time for the cup. Everybody, come on in and tell a friend it's time for the Own Your Now show. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
I am well, Tracie. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. Let everybody know. Okay, I'm your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, also known as Divine T.
I'm your co-host, Yolonda Lankford. You know my name, Lady Yo.
Wait a minute. I don't have a fancy shout out like that. I'm just Shameem Clark-Hubbard. Shameem Clark-Hubbard. I'm Mimi. Y'all can call me Mimi. We family here at the OYN Show. That's my family nickname, Mimi. So maybe I'm Mimi.
Okay, but you know what you always shout out? I'm the alderwoman of the 26th Lord. That's your tag.
Yes, I am. Oh, that's good. Okay, that could be my tag. I am your alder lady too. So all of our family on the OYN Show, guess what? I am your alder lady too.
That's right. Hey, you know what? It's all good in the 26th, but it's also good when we're here as the cup. Yes. So I'm so glad that everybody tapped in. Good morning, Bernice. I see you here. Melissa's in the house. That's right. The countdown is on. Kimberly, Laura, I feel like romper room. Look, Melissa said the Shameem Clark-Hubbard. Quit playing. Y'all don't play. Look. Joseph, baby, because you know we celebrated your daddy's birthday yesterday, didn't we?
Yes. Oh my God! And thank you to everybody who popped in on their posts and made him feel all the love that I told him that he was gonna feel yesterday. It was, it was bittersweet. We had our ups and downs, but we made it through. And he is 70 plus years old. I told him I wouldn't tell his real age. He is 70 plus years old, and I'm just, we just taking it day by day. So I do want to say thank you. If I had the opportunity, I want to make sure I say thank you to everybody who helped wish my daddy a happy birthday yesterday.
And I sang to him happy birthday.
Yes, you
handsome.
did.
Happy birthday, handsome.
He was blushing.
You know what, Shameem? We got to ask you because you're on here on Tuesdays. What's in your cup, sister?
Yeah, I am drinking, look, 314 water. I'm almost done with this one. 314 water in my 314-ish cup because I promise you this morning been real 314-ish. Look, I probably needed something else in my cup this morning, but I'm on my STL water. I'm keeping it up,
Keeping it 100. Yes, a little bit of something. All right, lady, what's in your cup?
Well, because of my sister Shameem, I always have my chaser, which is some STL water with my melted ice cubes, my STL ice cubes. And this morning I have a bit of coffee with some cream, no sugar.
All right. We staying with the no sugar. Don't play, I got my cup. And look, Shameem, the water don't have sugar, so y'all good. It does have fluoride. I think I heard it has fluoride. But I got my cup and it's straight black. No sugar. I don't need no sugar. I like some straight black coffee. That's what black coffee matters.
Let me tell you something. This lady, I met this sister yesterday with United People's STL organization. She does growing food, organic foods and everything. And she told me that she sold these little honey sticks. And she said, put the honey sticks in your coffee instead of sugar, because it doesn't give you the effects of sugar. It definitely doesn't give you that crash of sugar. It's healthier for you. And the honey sticks she had were from Missouri, so Missouri honey. And dealing with our allergies and everything.
Absolutely.
So I learned something new because I never ever thought to put honey in coffee. Did you all ever think to put honey in coffee?
I
never.
Well, thank you, Shameem, for being out there in the streets and getting the info and bringing it back to us. That's why we love when we have the cup.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? I also love when we have birthday shout outs. How many birthday shout outs do we have today?
Wow, we have a lot. We have first starting off Timothy Grant. Happy birthday, Timothy. We hope you have a fabulous day. Seal Peoples Wilson. It's your birthday, girl. James E. Jordan Jr. Cheryl Lawless. Girl, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Beth Kemp. Starboy Spivey. Now, that's his Facebook name, but I want to say happy birthday to him out in California. Kim Strump. Girl, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your day. Lonnie Folks. Now, he is hilarious. He's over there at Maryville University. Happy birthday, Lonnie. And Mike Mate Sr. is having a birthday. He's an awesome man. I've known him for over, I want to say over 40 years. He and his wife, I was their very first babysitter.
Wow.
And now their kids are grown with kids. So, that's been some time ago. And, I have vibrant vibes going out to Kaylin Kabori. She is graduating from Parkway with a 4.1 GPA. Okay.
She must have took some of those honor courses and stuff.
Well, she took the honors courses and she passed with A's, honey, because she has a 4.1. I believe she will be going on to school in San Diego. And Adam Hunter, he graduated from high school. His mommy wants to say congratulations and how proud she is. He is his mother's only son. And when you grow up with all sisters, sometimes you kind of get in the shadows. She said he is such a nice young man, and she just wanted him to know mommy sees you and she's proud of you. So congratulations, Adam Hunter. And just in case they're watching, happy birthday, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
I love Tina Fey.
Happy birthday, Vince Young.
Okay, Vince Young.
Quarterback NFL. Oh my goodness. Now, y'all know I'm a baseball girl. It is Mr. October's birthday, Reggie Jackson. Happy birthday, Reggie Jackson.
Happy birthday.
Now, this makes me crack up. Y'all listen up. Happy birthday, nephew Tommy.
All right, nephew Tommy. Nephew Tommy, just in case he's listening.
And you know what? You know he's listening. So, nephew Tommy from the Cup, brother, happy birthday. And you know what? This is a good one. Happy birthday, Rob Bass. Do you know who Rob Bass is? Yes. It takes two. You know the song. It is his birthday. So happy birthday, vibrant vibes. Remember, if you have a celebration, contact me on our page, contact me on my page, and I will shout your loved ones out. And you know what? It makes you look good too, because they say, guess what my mom said? Guess what my uncle said? So, everyone loves to be celebrated. And in times like this, we're coming out of the pandemic, still wearing our masks, still being safe, but everyone needs a chance to be celebrated. So we're here to help you celebrate.
All right. I just got the test. Come on. It takes two. How does it start off? Shameem, you remember how does it start off? I want to rock right now.
I'm
Rob Bass and I want to get down. I'm internationally known, but I'm known off the microphone because I get don't get me. Y'all been thinking about it was knew it.
Why do I feel like I remember Dougie Fresh doing the dance, but no, it takes two to make the things go right, and there's a dance to go to it. Yolanda, do you know the dance?
No.
I'm gonna need y'all to know the dance and the song. You gotta do the
dance. If I can get up, I would do it for you.
Oh, all right. I see you.
My feet going like this.
Right.
Under the desk.
Okay. That's right. It takes two to make the things go right. That's what it's all about. Look, y'all, Leah says she graduated on Sunday. Shout out to Leah. That's what it's all about.
She did. She graduated with her MBA, I believe it is. So congratulations. I actually watched her graduation. So yes, ma'am. All the way to Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations, Plushette. I call her Plushette, but the world calls her Leah.
Y'all, Bethany know all the words. Quit playing. She said, I be stupid. I mean, outrageous. When you go back to those days, that was the fun time. That's what it was all about. Fun time when we really could get together, have a good time, do a street party, go to a party, come home. Everybody got home safe, and it was a good time. So that's what it's all about. But you know what else it's about? It's about when you get the opportunity to sip off the salsa. Shameem, what's going on in the STL as we sit here?
Oh my gosh, it's so many good things. It's always so many good things going on in the STL. So I just thought out by saying, if I miss anything, you all, like Lady O said about the birthdays, you can reach out to myself or us on your Now page. We can definitely shout out your events. Exactly. If we miss anything, what do we also can say? What do we say? Follow us on the On Your Now Show page on all social media platforms and Twitter as well now. And so, and also we have to shout out our brother, follow our brother at the Network. That's Andre Holman at the Network. But listen, let me get right into it. I definitely want to remind you all, yesterday we had the exclusive, our sister, our very own owner, Melissa Jones, is having a walk this weekend. We will be there 8:45 a.m. Information is on the page. I don't have to say shout any louder than my brother. My brother is coming out later, so I wanted to shout out his event, but I can't do it better than him. So Keith and Styles, brother, I can't wait to talk about the amazing networking event that you have coming up this weekend. St. Louis County is having, Department of Revenue is having a hiring fair on May 19th, which is tomorrow. Look on their page. Slate Urban League also has information on their page. You all, we need to work. Anybody looking for jobs, anybody in your family, shoot them that information. Of course, again, we got so much family on the OYN Show. Pure Catering is doing their soft opening on Thursday at Lovejoy. I cannot wait to sit back and relax. The weather's going to be great. I'm claiming it. And so we are going to have a good time. We're going to eat good and celebrate all the good works that have now sipping. We flowing off the sauce over there in Alton with Pure Catering STL. And of course, I cannot go without shouting out our very own Tracie Berry-McGhee, the I Define Me Sister Keeper movement. They keep amazing things going. Of course, follow the page for that. But one thing I definitely want to highlight is the I Define Me Future Leader Virtual Summer Camp that they're partnering with the YWCA. And they have, listen, lean in, scholarships. We all need them. I know I need them. So listen, they have scholarships for 30 girls that they are going to be giving out. So please, please engage and follow them. Follow us on the On Your Now pages to get this information and more. You all, we sipping off the sauce for real here at the On Your Now Show.
We are. That's what it's all about. I love it. I love it. I love that our community is really stepping up and doing a lot of great things, you know. And we're all coming together, and that's something that we need in our community. That's what I love about everything that we do here on the On Your Now Show, but in the community. We out in the streets, y'all. So I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all better share today. We do have Keith and Stallings in, and we also have Vivian King. We got a lot to celebrate. It's National Stroke Awareness Month. It's Health Awareness Month. And look, it's time for us to network. And you know what? We always got something that we can do when we are a part of the anew, right?
Yes. All things are new.
All things are new.
Well, I like that.
Lady O, it's time for us to talk about the word of the day. You know, our word of the day is, the word of the day is words. Words. The words that we say to each other.
Absolutely.
Words can hurt. Words can heal. Words can help. We can network when we get the word out in the streets. You know, awareness, all those different things really make a difference. But I want you all to put words in the chat because, you know, I remember back in the day, people used to say word. What does word mean? Or word up, you know, all of those different things. But I think I chose the word today because the words that we speak out of our mouth are so powerful. And so because we know that these words are powerful, we have to remember that we need to be focused on our best selves. So are you all ready to take some deep breaths in and out? Because it's all about you living your life to the fullest and loving your best self. You just got to give your best self. Every day. Woo, let's get ready, y'all. Everybody take deep breaths in and out.
Every part, cause I'm strong and I love the skin. I'm in every shape, every inch. No doubt there's power deep within.
Yes.
Beauty in a color, ain't a number, ain't
Take
a
a deep breath in and out.
in every size and every shade, I'm perfect just the way I made it.
All right, left arm up, y'all.
I'ma be my best self. I'm loving who I be. I'ma be my best self. There's no one else like me.
Right arm. I see you, Keelan and Vivian. Woo! Both arms, y'all. Stretch it. Center yourself. Reach out to y'all friends, everybody.
time, 'cause I'm in love. Yeah.
It's so important that we talk to ourselves.
I thank God for the way I made it.
Yay!
I'ma be my best self.
You know, I love that song, but I think that people need to understand as a therapist, a lot of times people say, you shouldn't talk to yourself or you shouldn't answer, but you should talk to yourself. Self-talk is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Encourage yourself.
Encourage yourself.
Yes.
Yourself. All of that. All of that.
All of that. And that song says, I'm going to be my best self. She said, I'm loving the skin I'm in, different sizes, different shapes. Honey, all those words help you to be your best self.
Yes. Yes.
My favorite verse is when she said, what did she say? I look in the mirror and all I see is love.
All I see is love.
Yes.
That's my favorite verse of that.
Yes, that's it. That's it. But you know what? What do we see today when we look on the On Your Now show? Who do we have coming up today, Lady O?
Well, you know what? This brother, Keithan Stallings, he is with the Access Foundation. But let me tell you a little bit about him. He is known in St. Louis because he is a true community man. He is out there in the streets like Shameem, helping the community. He's the president and founder of the Access Foundation, winner of the 2021 YMCA MLK Leadership Award, recipient of the NFL grant awarded to organizations doing social justice work, past recipient of 40 Under 40. Bring him on up, Mr. Keithan Stallings.
Woo! Good morning, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you deserve that. Oh my goodness. I could have kept reading for about another 10 minutes, but you have an event coming up and I know we got to get you on because you're a busy man and we're so appreciative of you coming on the show with these ladies. Look at you.
Okay.
Well,
No.
wait a minute, brother from another mother. Because he's
What's up,
always
sis?
I feel like you're doing the work with the boys, we're doing the work with the girls, you're doing the work with everybody, and now with the community. But what is in your cup? What you sipping on this morning?
I'm sipping on some green tea with a splash of lemons. You know. So on the cup it says mine. So we know that words are powerful, and we speak things into existence. So all of our lives we're told that we can't do, we can't go. We're told no. So this is my mantra. The world is mine. It's up to me to go out and get it. And so that's what I'm sipping on.
That's
Oh,
it. Right there.
that's what you're sipping on. You know, we need to know a little bit about the Access Foundation, and then we'll go into your newest event. Well, the next event, because I know you have a calendar full of events. Right. But talk to us about the Access Foundation.
Yeah. So the Access Foundation, we founded that in 2017, and the premise was to provide access for underserved children in the form of leadership, STEM education, and community development. And so over the years, it's kind of branched off into all other things, you know, everything from, you know, food and resource giveaways, you know, hiking trips for kids, a lot of mentoring. And so in my previous life, in my 9-to-5, I had mentees all across the country. You know, I would travel to different HBCUs and give different speeches about just leadership and development. And so what was missing is just the community. So I was doing it all across the country, but I wanted to do something right here in St. Louis, in East St. Louis. And so I found my own organization. I had the influence to kind of pull resources together to make things happen. And so here I am today.
Okay, wait a minute. So you just mentioned something about Black boys hiking. Okay.
Yes.
You know, that's not the norm, but it's something that we need to do. And I love that you are always exposing our young men to everything. Yes. When did that happen? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so that happened a couple of weeks ago. So I'm always open to new things. I think sometimes we put ourselves in a box and we say we do this, this, and this, but not that. For me, I'm always exploring different opportunities. And so right now with the pandemic, a lot of our kids have been inside, you know, with virtual learning. They've been under a lot of stress with racism, with crime and violence. And so I thought it was a real opportunity just to kind of get them outside of their element, just kind of do what we just did. You know, we meditated, we relaxed, but in another environment. And so this is all about nature and them just seeing a whole nother side of St. Louis. A lot of these kids had never been hiking before, and it was really a breathtaking experience for a lot of them.
Wow.
That is awesome. So now we need to talk about your event on Thursday, the Black Business Showcase. Tell us when, where, how, so we can all be there.
Oh yeah, you got to be there. So Thursday, May 20th, we're gonna have the Black Business Showcase from 5 to 8. Totally free. The RSVP link is on my Facebook page and also on Instagram. After that, we're going to celebrate together and just network from 8 to 11. We're going to have the patio open. We're going to have live music. We're going to have food, and just a great opportunity for us to get together. I think last year when we talked, we were in the midst of this pandemic, and we just didn't know what was next. You know, with the curfews, and we had a lot of businesses on edge, closed.
Yes.
But during the pandemic, a lot of people were able to not only flourish, but thrive. And so this is an opportunity to celebrate those businesses that survive, but then also those businesses that need that push.
Yes.
And I'm trying to set an example with our culture to support each other. And so I think this is the time. We got a Black mayor. I always say that the community is only as strong as its women. So I want to just commend you ladies for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Flowers right now. So
thank you.
Thank you. Keith, I love that every time that I open up my email, I literally have something from Access Foundation where you're giving out food, you're giving out resources, like the resources. If you need anything, it's like right there for you. You make it accessible for everyone. I want to say, our community, we need to uplift each other. And when you say specific, we're talking about Black businesses. Everybody can't afford a billboard. Everybody can't afford an ad or something on a radio station. But when we're talking about our small business owners, our serial entrepreneurs, barbers, artists, everybody come together to celebrate your businesses, because a lot of businesses opened this year. Talk to us about the power of networking, because sometimes people think they just trying to go get a hookup. No, we are trying to get a hookup, but a professional business hookup, what does that look like?
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, I think a lot of business owners, specifically Black business owners, they in their friend zone. And so the friend zone is like, only their friends support them, but those friends want discounts and freebies, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to expand that network. I'm trying to make sure that, we're able to survive outside of that initial friend zone. And I think it's really important, not only for existing business owners to network with some of the newer businesses, kind of mentor them on how to get to that next level. Because I think 10, 15 years from now, we're going to think back, we're going through a pandemic. Wow, how do we get through that? But right now, we have to get through the now. And this Black Business Showcase is kind of starting that process, making it happen.
Yes.
You know what? I as I sit here and look at you, my heart is warm. And I always tell Tracie, sometimes we'll sit back and say, Lord, what are we going to do with the young people in the world today? And I see people like you, and I say, we're going to be all right. We are going to be all right. Where did you get that idea that you wanted to come back to your community? Was it your family? Was it something that you just saw was missing? And you said, I'm going to be the change agent.
Yes. I mean, you have to ask yourself the questions, if not me, then who? So when I was on my travels, I used to always see that gap within our population where people needed that extra push, but it was too late because they were already like seniors in college, just graduated. And I was like, if I just was able to touch that person when I was 16, 17, it would have been a totally different experience. And so I just try to do the best that I can and reach as many people as I can. And so that's what kind of started the Access Foundation. And that's why I try to have my hands in so many things. I know sometimes it seems like I'm doing too much, but I'm just
No, you're not. You're not. Shameem is always out there saying we need more. Look, everybody, Nicole says Keithan is the GOAT. We need more Keithans out here. And I love it that you are literally mentoring not just our youth, but also our business people. You showing them what this looks like to show up. And that's a beautiful thing. Tell everybody where this event is happening again.
So this is the thing. So this is going to be at a Black-owned business downtown. So Miss Nicole Stevenson, owner of the House of Soul Music event space and venue, one of the most beautiful spaces to have a wedding, party, whatever celebration. So make sure that you support that Black business. It's going to be at 1204 Washington Avenue. So from 5 to 8 is going to be the business showcase. All the vendors will get a chance to not only showcase their products, but also have a paparazzi moment where they actually get on the mic and showcase their business.
All right.
That's so
And
cool.
then
That's so cool.
from 8 to 11, we're going to have like just a celebratory live music. We're going to have the patio open. So it's going to be in a safe space. We're going to be social distancing. Masks are going to be required. We're going to have Queen Mocha Lottie is going to be our host.
All right, our girl.
Yeah. Give up to Queen Mocha Lottie. And then also a shout out to Tila Davis, Event Management. She's been kind of helping me rumble up some of the vendors for this. And so I'm really excited about it. I hope the community comes out to support. And I'm willing to do this on a continuous basis as long as the community needs it.
That's right.
He said a key, because a lot of times events happen and you leave and you think, gosh, I didn't get a chance to talk to so-and-so, or I didn't get this information. Mm-hmm. If we make this a successful event, he is willing to do this continuously. And when you continue something, you build on the foundation. And that's what we need.
Hey, you know what? You said it best. Look, I guess Keithan got the keys. The keys. Let
me ask Keithan something, because I know that first of all, I love the name of his organization. I think he is absolutely a testimony to what Access can do. So the Access Foundation is the best name for him. And I always put it in the chat whenever something makes me think about it. I love when Keithan says that about our children, they will be what they see. So he's not just talking about it. You can look at his page. You can follow him. You can get the information and the resources. So what I want to ask on behalf of somebody who might be watching that might not be able to make the event on Thursday, even if you don't go live on the whole event, can you go live when the vendors are up talking about their businesses, the showcase part that you spoke about? And then that way we can share. And if somebody missed this one, not only will they see, what it was like, the experience, and be able to hopefully engage on the next one, they will also be able to share the vendors' information.
Yes, ma'am. That's a great idea. So as we showcase the vendors, we're going to have, with the help of Queen Mocha Lottie, we're going to have a Tracie moment when they're going to be going live. And so we're going to have all the audience focusing on that specific vendor. We're going to have everybody live stream it.
Good.
FaceTime, whatever, and get that business that boost that it needs.
That's what's up. That's
fabulous.
Yeah.
I know we got to ask you your affirmation word of the day, but y'all, I really wish I could go, because guess what? They also going to have peach martinis. Like, we love us some martinis. So, I'm going to have to figure out my schedule, because you know what? But I like the fact that you said we're going to have more of these. We can take off our masks. You could be outside. They got the patio. House of Soul is doing the work. We just said that. We're doing the work. We showing y'all where to go. So y'all need to go where everybody knows what's going on at the House of Soul. Keithan, your affirmation word for today, brother.
All right. So my affirmation word it's an acronym. So the word is peace, but I'm going to break it down in PEACE, and that is positive energy activates constant elevation.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Activate.
Yeah.
Positive energy activates
constant elevation.
Y'all,
I love that.
That's it.
I love that.
Well, you know what? He's showing us how to elevate. Is he not?
Okay.
He is. We're like his cheerleaders over here. We're like, yes, yes. We're loving every minute of it. And I want to say, on behalf of the ladies of the cup, we are so proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Listen, speaking of cheerleaders, while we talk about cheerleaders, let me shout out my sister, his biggest cheerleader, Daphne. Hey, sis, good morning.
So let me shout out Daphne, my wife. She's one of my biggest supporters. My mom, East St. Louis in the building. They always got my back. Yeah. And I just want to acknowledge the community that's been supporting us since day one. We've had a lot of organizations, the Black Nurses Association of Greater St. Louis, the Doctor Empowerment Network, the St. Louis Deltas, the Alphas, the Qs, the Campbell family, Jared. So there's been a lot of people coming in just to kind of help us do what we do. Thank you for the support, and definitely all the women, Shameem, Clark-Hubbard. She was one of the people that spearheaded our first big event. So shout out to you. I appreciate your help.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, y'all. He dropped it. He gave us his affirmation word of the day, gave us an acronym, and told us where we're supposed to be. Shameem, you the new 26, he holding the keys. Like,
right?
St.
Ooh,
Louis is
listen,
just
we gotta be busy on Thursday. We gotta go.
everything.
Okay, I'm so excited. I'm just jittering, moving around. Okay, we got some places to be on Thursday.
Oh man, somebody got to go live from every different place. Man, I just
All
need.
right.
We need a driver. We just need to be like hitting up all the different places. Okay, so
Right.
definitely, I'm glad that Mocha Latte will be in the house because she go live. She let you know
She's
what's going on.
Yes.
Yes, that's what's up. So y'all got to keep sharing because we got more information. This is all about awareness.
Yes.
You all ready for our next guest? Because she is all over the world, making sure that everybody has. Look, Keith said access. She making sure everybody has access to the information that we need, ladies and men.
Yes.
Already. Let's talk about Vivian. Everybody just put King. King. She's a queen, but we're saying King because her name is the Vivian King. Vivian King is an author, a speaker, communications expert, and connector who helps you find and share your voice by leveraging the media, moderating with confidence, and boldly sharing your world-changing messages. But today, she's talking about how she founded the Vivian L. King Connections in 2019, the same year she wrote the book, which was released in 2020, When the World Stops, when the words suddenly stop, finding my voice again after a massive stroke. Yes, she is an Amazon bestseller. You probably have seen her as an NBA affiliate. She's all over the world, but guess what? She's also one of our own, y'all. Y'all know how y'all feel about U City. She's from U City, everybody. Welcome in Vivian King. Good morning, sister.
Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to be here. This has been such a great show already. I've loved it.
Thank you so much. We earlier today, I just have to shout her out, honey. She made sure she got her exercise in before she came on the show. And honey, she's already walked 4 miles and look at how beautiful. Look how beautiful she looks. What gets you started? What do you have in your cup?
Oh, I have some tea. I drink tea every day. And I don't know if you can see the cup I have, but it's my book, When the Words Suddenly Stopped, Finding My Voice Again After a Massive Stroke. But I drink tea every morning. I used to use honey or sugar, but I don't use sugar. I haven't for probably about 2 years now.
Okay.
And I lost 35 pounds just by dropping sugar and watching my calories. And so, yep, because I had gone to the doctor this 1 year and in fact, in 2019, and she said, Vivian, you're obese. I was like, I am not obese, but but on the BMI scale, I was technically obese. And then the thing that really kind of got my attention was that my glucose had inched into the pre-diabetic range.
Yeah.
And I just said to myself that day, if I have anything to do with it, I will not be diabetic on this earth. So I said, how can I drop sugar? And I said, I drink tea every day, sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. I'm not a coffee drinker, and I would always use honey or something to sweeten it. And I said, I can drop it thin because I do like the taste of tea. I like it sweetened better, but I can drink it black too. So I get different flavors, and so it's fine. And now I'm so used to it, and that kind of started. And so in the next 3 months, when I went back for a follow-up, I had lost 12 pounds. And I was like, oh, I lost 12 pounds. One of my best friends who's in my book, she says, are you going to keep going? And I was looking at her like, do I have to keep going? And that was a challenge. And so I kept going. And then by the end of the year, I had lost 20 pounds. And now I've lost another 14 or 15. And I'm kind of maintaining there. And so I'm back into my old clothes. So people are like, oh, you need to go shopping. And I was like, no, I don't, because I have a lot of clothes in my closet that I couldn't wear anymore. So now I can wear them.
Now, you said the word flavor. You have flavor because you're from St. Louis?
I am from St.
Louis. You attended the high school, university,
we
city
are
high
family
school
in U City. Tracie, you know that we are family in U City.
Yes, I didn't attend U City, but I did end up marrying a man from U City, and so I guess by default, y'all have all of these things going on. But you have a lot of wonderful people that have come out of that community that are local, national, and global. Speaking of national, this is the National Stroke Awareness Month, and I've just been watching you all over the different networks talk about when the word suddenly stopped and what hit you like by surprise, because stroke is one of those things. Talk to us about what made you decide to write this book.
Well, when I had my stroke, everybody was so surprised, including me. And I was 49 at the time. I wasn't, in the gym all the time, but I walked, and I was in the gym sometimes. My lifestyle was active, and I didn't have history of stroke in my family. I don't have high blood pressure. Everybody said, "Oh, you must have had high blood pressure." I don't have high blood pressure, didn't then, still don't. And so everybody was asking, why did you have a stroke? So fast forward to when I was discharged, because and I'll tell you that story in a second, but when I was discharged, doctor said birth control pills over the age of 40 caused the blood clot in my brain, and it bled out and bled. It was over the part that manages your speech. It bled out, killed all those brain cells. And so I literally could not talk for 3.5 weeks. I was in the hospital for 32 days. The first 10 days I was in neurological ICU. They didn't think I was going to make it. They really did not. And so when I did, it's like one day God flipped the switch. That's the chapter in the book. God flips the switch. And it was almost like all of a sudden I could talk again. And then I was taking therapy and that sort of thing. But I really wrote this book because so many people are like me. I know so many women who are pushing it, they have high power jobs, they have active jobs, they're just working, and we're having fun as well. But we're not necessarily, thinking about everything that's going on in our lives. And then really half the women I talked to said, okay, yes, my doctor told me that, at 35, no more birth control pills. But the other half are like, I'm over 40 and I'm still taking them. And so I think that the dialogue is not out there enough. Half the doctors are saying it, the other half are not. It's in the fine print. Somebody told me one day, oh, it's in the fine print. Well, who reads the fine print? And I said, for those people like me who didn't read the fine print, then they need to know that this is a risk. So I wrote this book so that people would know about that risk, but also I wrote it to just really share the journey. Thank the people who helped me, because my sorors and friends rallied around me and my mom. And I wanted to give hope to stroke patients, because on that first day, if you're cognizant, because sometimes, strokes are very different for everybody. On that first day, though, you are like, what is going on? And I talked to this one stroke patient, and I told her, you think this is the worst day. I said, just keep pushing. Even if you make baby steps, in 5 days, you'll see how far you've come in 5 days. And so just keep pushing, and step by step, if you keep doing what the therapists say, what the doctors say, you'll be able to look back and say, I've come a long way. And so I really wanted to give hope to stroke patients.
You said when the words stopped coming, because words were how you made your living. You were an anchor woman. You went out into the world and spoke. So for you, it had to be extremely painstaking, because that's what you do. You talk. Talk to us about when you realized you couldn't talk, and then that day that you could.
So it's interesting, because I think, at least with me, God gives a slow reveal. And I'm just going to talk about God, because that's kind of who I am.
That's right.
So he knows his children, right? And he knew that in the beginning, if I had thought that if I had remembered that I was an anchor, that I would just have freaked out in the hospital. So I am in the hospital. I'm not thinking about what I used to do. I just know I'm in the hospital and these people are being nice to me. There are some people who are coming in that I know. And so I didn't even, for like the first probably 2 weeks, I didn't even know I had a stroke. I didn't know why I was in the hospital.
Wow.
And so then as I started to learn, I was like, oh, I used to be able to talk, right? Or I had to relearn certain things. I had to relearn everything. I had to take speech therapy, of course, twice a day. I had to take physical therapy because my right side was weak and I couldn't stand on it. And so they had to wheel me around. And I had to take occupational therapy, which is really learning the things that you just normally do in life. And so I had to learn how to brush my teeth again. So I'm brushing my teeth. I write about this in the book. And I get to the point where you're supposed to spit out the saliva and toothpaste, right? And I bent over the face bowl and I just stopped. And then my occupational therapist said, Vivian, you have to spit. You have to spit it out. And in my head, I thought, oh, and so I spit it out. But the fact that that wasn't innate like it should have been, then I thought, oh, this is serious. But I just give, so I didn't think about it. And God didn't let me remember for a long time that I was an anchor and used my words, and everybody around me was thinking that. But fortunately, I didn't think that, and it did not hinder me when I was recovering.
You know, you mentioned, I've listened to so many stories that, like, literally when you realized that it was happening within your brain, you didn't even realize that you went to an event and, eventually you end up collapsing and you end up in the hospital. But you talked about how critical it was. You know, we're in the midst of a pandemic. We don't check on each other. Oftentimes we're in the house. You were out and about. And you mentioned the 3 Ps. And I really think people should take notice of this because it made me think of the importance of having people that really know you and care about you.
Yes.
Speak to the 3 Ps, please.
Yes. So I'll quickly just tell you, I woke up that morning. It was Friday, October 25th. And I said, I had a busy week. And I said, I don't really feel like going to this breakfast. And then I thought, well, but my friend, invited me weeks ago, so I've got to go. So at first I almost was going to stay home, but I got up and went. And I think that was God saying, get the child out of the house, right? So I got to the breakfast because as soon as I got there, that's when I collapsed and had the seizure. And so I was in a room full of hundreds of people, many of whom knew me. And so they just started calling people that, like, some of my friends were there, but then some of my really close friends were not there. So the friends at the Girl Scouts breakfast were calling everybody saying, hey, something's happened to Vivian. And they were like, where are they taking her? And so they told them, and all of a sudden folks are showing up at the hospital.
All right.
They called my parents. They got my mom to Milwaukee. Once my mom got here, she didn't have to drive anywhere. They had a schedule. Sorors had a schedule. Where, and somebody had Monday, pick her up. The next person took her to lunch. The next person took her home. And so, sorors are busy. So they had all these, they're like, okay, this is your day. This is your time. They had a spreadsheet. And if I had not had that, right? So that was my first piece, posse. Everybody needs a posse.
Put that in the chat, y'all. Posse, the first P.
Everybody needs a posse because somebody needs to look after you. And I'm single, and I know a lot of my friends are single. So me and a friend, we're like at 8:00 in the morning, we say good morning via text wherever we are at 8:00 at night. So that, if in a stroke, time is brain. And so if I had stayed here and did not leave, I would have been at home on that Friday. And then nobody would have thought about me until I didn't show up for work on Monday. And at that time I was vice president of community relations at this healthcare system. And I could have had a morning meeting with somebody. They probably wouldn't have thought about it until maybe noon,
Right.
So
I like the fact that when you went to the hospital, they told them that they were your sisters. So they could get the information. They didn't know they were your sorority sisters. But they're like, look, this is our sister. So they could give them the information. That was critical.
Exactly. Yeah, because they said, only immediate family can come back. And if, the sorors think on the spot.
Yeah,
sister. And when you come, say you're a sister. So I had 11 sisters.
Oh my goodness. Now let's talk about that second P.
So the second P is persistence. So I had to go through my therapy, and the therapists were so kind. But you need to be persistent in going through what they tell you to do. And a lot of times we don't want to do what the doctor says, but we really need to, they do know what they're talking about. That's what I found out, firsthand, because I hadn't really been to the hospital for myself. And so I found firsthand how kind they are, how they really are serious about your health. And they really want you to recover. And if you work with them, then it all works together. So you have to be persistent in whatever you are doing. And really, this is an analogy for any challenge in life, not just our stroke, but any challenge in life and anything in life. Yes. And then finally, prayer. My family prayed. My Facebook friends prayed, because I'm on Facebook a lot, right? And so people were at this breakfast and they're saying, oh, something happened to Vivian. And so my friends around the world were like, what happened? What happened? Like people who are really close to me. And so when I was able to talk again, my mother said, oh, this person called, that person called, and here's your phone back. And I went on Facebook and saw all of these prayers from people that I did not even think were that spiritual, or we hadn't really talked about prayer. And then also in the hospital, therapists and some nurses came in on my discharge day and said, we just wanted to see you because you were in a rough spot when you came in. Can I pray for you? Two different therapists asked me and my mom to pray, and we're like, sure, we'll accept all prayers.
Absolutely.
And so this kind of showed me that even in such a scientific area, medical scientific area, that you still have folks that believe in prayer.
Yes.
And it all works together. It all works together.
It does. It really does. I love it. I love your book. I love your message. I love the words that are coming out of your mouth. It allows us to be able to be more aware of the things that we put inside of our bodies and how we take care of ourselves and not take that for granted.
You can't take it for granted. I was reading it. I want to get this statistic out. 60% of strokes happen in women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And African Americans have strokes more than everybody else.
Wow.
So we need to really, we really need to pay attention to ourselves. We really need to exercise, because the thing is, the doctor told me, because I was active and because I exercised my brain a lot as well, that helped me in my recovery. And so I was walking with someone this morning, and they were talking about, their 78-year-old aunt who walked every day, and she had some falls and that kind of thing before, but all of that, helped her recover, and she bounced back and was walking. And so we need to take care of our bodies, because our bodies can renew themselves and our brains can renew themselves as well, because I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Yes, you are. We're thankful for it.
Well, we are thankful for everything that you have offered us today. You've really given us a lot of knowledge, and it's just good to see you walking and talking and spreading the word. Tell everybody again how they can find your book as people are dropping their affirmation words in the chat.
So you can go to vivianlking.com, and on that website, you can follow me. My social media is down on the bottom of the homepage. Also, the link to Amazon is on there. And so you can click on that link and order it from Amazon. So it comes in hardback, paperback, and ebook. Audiobook soon. Audiobook will be out this summer. So look for that for those people who may want to listen while you're out walking or doing something.
Yes.
So all of those, you can find everything there.
Love it. Love it. And what is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word is resilience, because this experience showed me how resilient I am and how resilient our entire community is. We are so, African Americans are so resilient, and people in general, but as much as we have been through in this lifestyle, in this lifetime, generations, we have come a long way. We have been subjected to so much, still being subjected, but we are still here, and we are still looking for the positive and looking for hope. You know, Keithan was talking about it. I mean, we are still trying to help each other, and we are just a resilient people. And that's why I would not trade this life for any other.
I love it. I
Amen.
love it. Thank you so much, Soror. Thank you for all that you share. We can talk to you forever. And you know what? We need to see you soon. So we got to do some walking together. So we
would love that. We'll make it happen.
All righty. Take care.
See you later.
Oh my goodness.
She is a walking testimony. You know, sometimes what they say, a living testimony. She's a living testimony of, prayer. It works.
It works.
Persistence.
It works.
Having a posse works. A lot of times we're told as women, oh, women don't get along and they can't do this. You need your posse. And I always say this, and everyone who knows me, I want someone to check on me at the end of the day.
Yes, at the end of the day.
And if you're not bothering me, check on me. I check on you, Tracie. We check on Shameem. My fiance checks on me. If he knows I'm supposed to be back by 8 o'clock, at 8:30, he's checking on me.
Yeah.
And it is a good thing. Someone's not just trying to figure out where you're at and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Let people check on you.
I think that I know that I'm not real good at answering my phone. I do respond to text messages. But like my husband's like, it's time for you to come home. Come on home. Like it's time for you. And I recently connected with one of my cousins, one of my first cousins, shout out to Lily. Yes. Making sure that, yes, STL over everybody. But like realizing the value of having conversations.
Yes.
Making sure that you speak those words of encouragement. She said people were praying for her. People were advocating for her.
Yes.
People were making sure that she pushed to that next level. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that. I appreciate her whole entire message.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
And she's from U City. And she's from U City.
She's from St. Louis. We get it in. You know what? I got to ask you, today was great. What is your affirmation word for today?
Well, you chose words, and I start thinking about my words, and so I have two. Good vibrations. Woo. I hope that when I speak my words, that it gives a person a good feeling. It gives them a good vibration. You can hear something, and it's just a one little sound, but when it vibrates, it can vibrate through your soul. It can vibrate through your heart. It can vibrate through your mind. So I hope my words bring good vibrations.
Good vibrations. You know what? We're here for it. I'm loving it. And as we move forward throughout the day, and I'm looking at all of the beautiful messages that were out here, everybody was saying, yes, great message today. You're absolutely right. But I want people to understand that our words do matter. When you focus on the words, you get this piece of understanding that in all things that we do, we need to remain positive. You need to have that energy to activate consistently. And this is how we elevate. Yes, you do need a posse. You do need to be persistent, and we do need prayer. But at the end of the day, self-care is everything. And this is what allows us to be renewed. This is what allows us to see the resiliency that we have in one another. But above all, I need you all to understand that there are some things in our life that may be a test, but we all can have a testimony if we just believe. We have to be intentional about all the things that we put in our spirit and realize there's value in the increase when we come together as a village. But we're going to continue to persevere because we have positive friendships, and we're going to encourage each other, and we're going to see what those connections look like. So all I know is it is good for us to be accountable to each other, as well as being accountable to ourselves. And at the end of the day, you, Shameem, you are truly part of my posse, and we will continue to have good vibrations. And that's all that we need. That is all that we need. So I hope that you all enjoyed today's show. I hope that you all come back tomorrow. We hope that you share our information because we got to get this out here. So continue to share all the things that we offer to you all, but most importantly, let's just stay together. Let's just continue to love on each other and make sure that we find the peace within so that we can make sure that we all be a part of that house of soul, right?
Yes.
So if you guys decide to go outside, and I know that here in St. Louis it is raining, and it's okay because we call that liquid sunshine, don't we?
Absolutely.
But if you all decide to go outside, please, please, please wear a mask. If you're not vaccinated, if you are, you still can wear a mask.
Yes.
But if you should decide to stay inside, we always say hold up your cup and keep sipping and shelter in place. And we will see you all tomorrow, same time and same space on the Own Your Now show. Bye-bye, everybody.